the underserved market that you think you can serve. For example, you talk about Gen Y, Gen Z, or even the professional markets that you want to serve, or even the housewife.
That's quite big in China.
Okay.
So nobody knows about this company, but then it's very, very big in Africa.
Companies can do is to create multi-channel in terms of to serve different target market. Because some target market will prefer online, some target market will prefer face-to-face, some target market will prefer different ways. So that is why I would suggest for companies to look at the different multi-channel. In marketing, we call it omnichannel.
Hey guys, welcome to Yes Academy podcast, and with us again, Mr. Phang
and Leo.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, we have been doing it for practically every episode, and I think we always look forward to the introduction more than the content itself, isn't it?
Yeah, they always say it because when you do the same thing over and over again, then
it's like it becomes so natural, right?
yes, it becomes like a poison. Yeah, like a drug.
Like a drug.
Yeah.
Chinese New Year is coming, so what are your plans?
Oh, I think a short vacation. Yeah, to Thailand. Yeah,
Nice.
almost every year.
Oh, almost every year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's the way to do things. I say. If not, you have to go jam all the way to northern or southern region. So.
Well, you will still be caught in the jam anyway.
Oh, it's different.
If you go back to your hometown.
Yeah. So which is why the best thing is to just chill in KL and enjoy life. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you miss the experience of going back to your hometown.
Not really. I mean, as we grow up, I think part of the life is to learn that, you have only yourself to depend on. There's no need to please other people. Just be yourself and be happy.
Oh, yeah, true. Anyway, one of your keyword is optimistic and be happy about it.
Yes.
Yeah. And just as you go through life, just be happy.
Yes.
And healthy.
Yes, that is my 2026 goal, really. It's just to be healthy, just to be happy. And I know if I can able to do it consistently, we'll make it big this year.
Oh yes, I always believe in that. I always believe that. Because knowing you for so many years, whenever you focus on anything, definitely you will get it done.
Thank you for the compliment.
All right, let's come back. Over the last couple of episodes, we have been talking about GST. We've been talking about the different quadrants. How do you manage your business portfolio? Not only for the business itself, but also for individually as an entrepreneur. You can also use this ENSOF metrics and see how you can actually manage your business portfolio. In terms of the percentage and what are the strategies and the tactics that we can use in each of the quadrant. And we have already come up with the strategies and the tactics for quadrant 1 and quadrant 2.
Yes. So now we're going to the quadrant 3, which is my favorite.
Quadrant 3 will be...
existing product, new market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the keyword here, the strategy here is market development.
Yes.
And some people will call it recruitment. Recruitment to recruit business partners and also to market development to get more B2C market.
Yeah, and actually all these avenues are very transparent.
Yep.
Yeah, and very straightforward. It's just a lot of work, but like for example, a lot of my friends, we go to fair. Yeah, that's the most straightforward one. Just join the fair, put a booth there, then you connect to everyone around the world.
Exactly. One of the method that we can actually use in terms of exhibitions and events, because exhibitions and events are where your target market, every exhibitions and events, they have a certain theme, and because of that theme, they have a certain groups of target market that they are targeting. Like for example, the industrial products, or even the consumer products, or the home products, or whatever kind of products. Very, very specific to that target market.
I see.
Or even for health products, right? Health products, where in your exhibitions, you can see practically your competitors are just next to you.
Yes.
But the people that you're attracting are definitely your target market.
Very true, very true.
So one of the way in terms of how you can develop your market, basically is to do exhibitions and events. So, but do you all do exhibitions and events?
Well, I will not say yes global. I will say that our OEM business, yes, we do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we
yes.
sometimes go to overseas to do booth.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes even our pet project as well. So this is actually not rocket science. As long as you put in the effort, flying to overseas and then paying a lot of fees just to be an
Yes.
expo. Yeah, you gain something.
Definitely, because this is, for example, any companies that would like to do overseas market business expansion to overseas, they would definitely need to take part in exhibitions and events, because this is where the people from around the world will be able to visit, and they can see what actually is happening in terms of the products that are in the market, and they can do sourcing and talking to the suppliers immediately. If they can hook up and develop the business relationship. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And also one of the things that we do is to using Google SEO to help us out to reach out to people.
Yep.
A lot of times where we periodically scout for products that are very, famous. Okay. But you can't sell famous product because it doesn't belong to you, even the brand.
Yeah.
And so what you do is that I can do the same.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's why we have the offline and online thing. So SEO is one of the online method.
Yes.
In terms of how we can actually reach out to our potential customers.
Yes.
Let me just share with you an experience of my friend. My friend is a photographer. So in the initial part of his business, when he started his business, he did a lot of SEO. Right? He did a lot of SEO, and he also put up a lot of ads online so that people will start to hire him. So right now, he has already secured quite a number of business, and he doesn't have to do that often anymore. He still does it, but he doesn't have to do SEOs or even paying for ads, because a lot of repeat business. Because that's how they build. That's how he built it from people who don't know him. Then they become people who know him, his existing customers, but he's still providing photography service. So that is his existing product and services. So yeah, that is how he developed his market.
And okay, let's leave the best to the last.
I'm sure you have something in your mind.
Yes. Yeah, I think when it comes to new market is always challenging, especially on compliance.
Yes, especially in your line.
Yes. Yeah, it's not as like a software where it can just go anywhere right now
Correct.
instantaneously. But product, especially in health, you have to comply to the local laws, doing lab tests. Some countries allow this, some countries don't allow this. So you always have to find a ways around it.
Yes, definitely. Because the nature of your product, you need to get certification.
Yes.
You need to be certified first before you can even market your product. So in terms of that, I will strongly urge you to get your certification first. Then you can be legal in that market.
Yes, and there's there's always a misconception. They always say that Malaysian halal is recognized everywhere in the world.
No. Yeah.
That is very wrong. Even US FDA is recognized everywhere in the world. Not really.
No, you need to get the certification.
Yes.
Because once that authority over in that country, they certified your products, then not an issue.
Yes. Yeah. It's always, when you go to a new market, it's always a new grind.
Definitely. So that is why I always tell companies also, please research which are the underserved market that you think you can serve. For example, you talk about Gen Y, Gen Z, or even the professional markets that you want to serve, or even the housewife, or whoever that you want to serve. So identify your target market first. Then only you zoom in and really go into that market, because everybody has limited resources. We don't have all the time. We don't have all the money that we need and all that. So that is why zoom in and focus on your target market.
Yeah, I really want to highlight one particular company called Infinix. It's actually a mobile phone company that's quite big in China.
Okay.
So nobody knows about this company, but then it's very, very big in Africa. So because you talk about underserved, so when there is Oppo, Vivo, even Xiaomi and Huawei, so there is too much competition in China.
Yeah.
So they can't survive. So what they do, they expand their business to Africa and serve Africa. one thing about Africa is that, whenever they take photos, because of the dark skin, you can't see their facial features. So they actually put a lot of R&D into their camera to make sure that these cameras are not expensive. And then when they take photo, all the facial features are clear.
Interesting.
So less underserved market.
Yes, correct. You see, in the world, I always believe that there are a lot of underserved market. Why companies don't want to serve them is simply because they may not find it's worthwhile at this moment to serve that market. But if, as say, people look at it and see it as an opportunity, hey, Africa is a big market.
Yes.
You have how many billions? I think 2 billions of people there, and just take 10% out of that to be your target market, and you have a big market.
Yeah. But one thing is that Africa is deeply divided into too many countries, and every country needs their certification. So that's why people say, let's go India. 1.6 billion people just waiting there.
Of course, 1.6 billion, you target 1.6 billion. But however, in India, you also need to look at whether how many people in terms of MAD.
Their market can be a bit complicated as well.
Yeah, India can be complicated because they don't have an official language.
Yes.
So when you want to do promotions, you need to have multiple languages. So recently I was talking to one person from India, and I was asking him, how do you communicate? How does the government in India communicate with people, because they don't have an official language, and people in northern, they speak a different language, people in southern India speaks a different language. So you have like a Malayalam, they have the Tamils, then you have the Hindi language. Then this person was telling me that they will come up with an official statement, and then after that they will translate in the different languages for the other regions. So basically means that you may face a challenge if you use Hindi all the way, nobody understands.
Yeah, and it's really not easy for a country so big with so big population.
Right. So that is why India, you may want to consider about going into India, because you need to be prepared for the culture shock.
In fact, we're already in India. Yeah, it's just that the country, their particular macro is not so easy, especially what is compliant to you, it may not be compliant to them. And even if you're 100% compliant, but nobody's really compliant, so are you going to be 100% compliant?
Yes.
It's a very complicated issue.
Yeah. But anyway, let's not get into that. Right? Let's go for a short break, and then when we come back from the break, we will continue on in terms of the tactics for market development for quadrant 3.
Be right back. And welcome back.
So our break seems to be very fast. Seems like we went for a break and we didn't even go to the toilet, and then right now we are.
Live to fight another day.
Okay, anyway, let's continue. Now, just now we spoke about identify the market that you would like to go in because you have limited resources, right? So please remember to identify the market and to identify which segment of the market or which region you want to go in first.
Yes.
Because when you want to go into that region, you need to do a lot of things. Like, for example, in terms of your case, you need to send it for certification, and once it is certified, then only you can start to sell in the market.
Yes.
So that is why please identify the market.
And one of the things that I actually learned over the years is that whenever there's conflict, then that is a place where business will thrive, especially my business. Like war places, like for example, Ukraine, Congo, Russia. Myanmar maybe coming soon.
Well, possible.
Yeah.
Thailand and Cambodia, they are already fighting.
I actually have some business from Cambodia.
Okay.
I don't know. I think conflicts and business comes together.
Because when it comes to conflict, there's always opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, and so happen you took the opportunity. All right, then the next one that you all can do, your companies can do, is to create multi-channel. Yeah, in terms of to serve different target market. Because some target market will prefer online, some target market will prefer face-to-face, some target market will prefer different ways. Yeah, so that is why I would suggest for companies to look at the different multi-channel. In marketing, we call it omnichannel. Multiple channels where you target different target market.
Yeah, we do that actually. We go to all kinds of websites to list our services and products, and then we tell people that every platform that you can think of, Facebook, Instagram, all kinds of things, we just post it there.
Yeah. And for some companies, I'm also telling them, right, can I buy directly from you? So because direct to customer, DTC now, direct to customer is something that is very, it's an in thing now. Especially, for example, because we are talking about e-commerce. E-commerce, because of the platform that we have, because of the facilities that we have, we can actually do direct to customers.
Yes, and even right now, it's always direct from factory to consumer now.
Exactly, and this is what a lot of multi-level marketings are doing now. That I know, and some of the products I'm also using, right? I can actually order directly, just pay, and then after that they'll send their goods over to me.
Yeah, I mean, this is a norm because we always believe that if you start from the factory, it means you don't have to pay too many levels.
Right.
It's not inflated the price.
And it is also an advantage to the company, simply because when you cut down middle people, your profit margin grows.
Yes.
And that is why companies they want to do this direct to customers. Or for example, you can use the different platforms. You can use Shopee or even Lazada, the online platforms, and that to help you to reach different segment of the market.
Yes, and we really enjoy a lot of what do you call that? We actually enjoy a lot of successes there.
Yeah.
Even in this e-commerce platform. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So multi-channel is important, instead of just focusing on your business partners. And the next one that I would like to share is you need to do this. Branding.
Oh, wow. That is very important. Very important.
Yes, this is the key word here, right? Branding. The key things that you need to do is branding, because for new market, they don't know you.
Yes.
So if they don't know you, you keep talking about how good your product is, I don't think people can accept that. But if you can build your brand that goes together with your product, yes, I say, oh, okay, fine, that is something new, right? Let me try. So building brand is much, much more important than just selling products.
Yes. It's a celebrity endorsement sometimes.
Yes, correct.
Or relevant figure endorsement. So those are.
We call them KOL. One of the ways to do branding is KOL.
Yes, key opinion leaders.
Yes, you get the influencers or the KOLs or the experts to actually talk about your product. And then from there, that's where you generate awareness. So once you generate awareness, then people know about it, then that will create interest.
Very true. Yeah. We actually do that in our company as well. Certain products that we actually get some people who are, well known in certain area. Then when they promote it, poof, the sales just go up.
Yes, exactly. Because especially in new market, right? You are moving into a different country. See who is the popular guy there. Who's a popular celebrity, popular guy, popular influencer. Yes, just tell them and say that I want to work with you. Yeah, that's a very quick way to do that. Or you may want to get the expert first, right? Get them to try your products, and if these experts are really attracted and they are convinced, then they can become the spokesperson. And during your launch event at that place, then you can invite your potential customers, and then after that you get them these experts to speak on your product.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, what other things in terms of branding?
I think we can talk about even word of mouth even.
Yep, word of mouth is one.
Yeah, I mean, many times when we expand to overseas market, so what happened is that it was actually someone from, this country who brought you to another country. They have a friends there, they share it with the friend bought it and say, hey, it's good. That's it, you start a new market.
Yes, correct. And not only that, right? To help them to be able to spread the word of mouth around, you can also do advertisements. Either it's online or in the whatever media that is working, that is effective in that country. Yes, you can actually get them to actually talk about it. Yeah, you can do advertisements. You can start off some programs, like for example, onboarding programs. That is how it is not only one thing working at one time, but it's multiple things that are working at the same time to generate that kind of interest. So because in Q3, you need to generate the interest, you need to create the kind of awareness, then only this market will be receptive to you.
Yeah, and I think right now with AI tools and everything, all the cost of doing actually this kind of branding, this kind of awareness is actually very, very easy. Last time, even to think of a script or to write a copywriting takes a long time, but now prompt it. Everything is just prompt.
Very, very true, right? So that is why right now, what I do is that I have also pivoted myself. Those days, I focus a lot in terms of sales and marketing training. Right now, I'm doing content creation. How to create content, especially video contents. And this is something new that I've already started to market over the last 1 or 2 years because I want to serve a different market. In fact, this one is under Q4, but anyway, to serve a different market. And over the last couple of years, there have been a lot of requests to do this kind of programs.
Yes.
Because companies will want to know how to do it. They have the idea, but they don't know how to execute it.
Yes. And actually, it's not that difficult. Yeah, using all these tools, it's not that difficult.
It's not difficult. It's just that you need to get the right people to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, the right people to do that. Yes, and then you can create. That is how you create a lot of interest, a lot of awareness, interest. Then getting them to have that kind of desire. Yeah, for them to take the right action. So yeah, that is branding.
Wow, branding. So one of the things that I think we need to do is to find some cool person to I think one of the biggest branding Just Global has is actually Dr. Chan.
For you, yes. For you, Dr. Chan is a very good spokesperson.
Yes.
Yeah. To me, she's the expert.
Yes.
I wouldn't call her influencer. No, that's not the right word for her. She's the expert.
Yes.
Yeah, when you get an expert to talk, people usually will listen.
Yes.
So that is why, talk to Dr. Chan and see whether she can do some contents for you. Because when she's very good in terms of product. So if she can talk about products that will help to convince people, that's where that will get your target market interested.
Yes. That's very right. So I think we would definitely have to get her on board.
Yeah, definitely. Right? Definitely she will play a more active role, especially for Q3 and Q4, where you are going into new market.
Yes.
Right? So that is for Q3.
That's true.
So a few things that we covered in terms of identify the different target market that you would like to have. Then in terms of the different channels, right? Different channels direct to customers, or right now you're using your business partners, right? And the other part is branding, right? So these are the few ways and tactics that you can actually use in order to go into
New market.
quadrant 3. Yes, go into new market with your existing product.
Yes.
Now, just to ask you a question. Now, between Q2 and Q3, which one do you think will be easier for you?
I think Q3 will be easier.
Q3?
Yes. Because you don't have to do product development.
Yeah.
And it's straightforward. Just go to another country. And for products like ours, it's a no-brainer. And easily people just carry a product from one country to another country.
Yes, right. So that is why usually I would tell people, you focus on Q1. Priority is Q1.
Yes.
But you can go to Q3. Because at the same time, when you are serving Q1, you can also serve Q3 because the products are the same.
Yes.
Right? The products don't change. Yeah, the products are the same. So it's just that you put up one hand and extend that hand to a different place.
Yes. So
basically, Q1 and Q3 can go hand in hand.
Yes. And I think many times a lot of people, especially older bosses, right? They maybe they are too contented with themselves, so they don't want to.
Yeah, because they have enough business. They
Yes.
don't want to move into Q3.
Yes.
So that's why they are comfortable where they are.
Yes.
And the good thing is that business comes to them instead of they going for business.
Yeah, and when business comes to them, they get complacent, and then
But in business, we cannot never be too complacent. We have
Yes.
to always challenge ourselves to do something that is different. Yeah. Well, that's it about Q3.
yes, I can't wait to get into Q4. You said it's the most complicated and the most challenging.
It's later when in the next episode we talk about Q4.
So, guys, I think we have learned so much in the third quadrant, which is new product in a new market. So, guys, what do you guys think about this episode? Write down your comments in the chat box, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. See you.